Throwing Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, bro, 80. Wait. Watch the whip.
Running on first down, Eckler. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Load it. Mike.
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Stay there. Set, 180.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Check 26. Watch room.
Safety screaming.
No.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. He completes it to Henry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike 54.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jake Ryan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 4th down and on his Ty Long to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st down, it's Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The 1st down throw here for Rivers. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. The 30, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dez Bryant, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
50 seconds.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They they sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now!
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, come on, yo, come on. Shoot!
Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's complete to his running back, Grant. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He's got the hook up to Lee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Tackles. 49.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Hey. We got the
Now Minshew. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Left.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Now a toss play to Eckler, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 6 there on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute.
Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. You ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Out to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
You ain't doing nothing today.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
You ain't going nowhere.
57. Mike. 50.
Here's Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Set. Set. 180.
Get in the right room.
Plus right.
Shit.
He's coming. He's coming. Protein spill. Red. Red.
Play action now. Rivers. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
From the 17, Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game as his guys have now moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd down, Minshew under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Lights 57, 57's right. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing socks. They're good.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 50, plant. Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big third down play there for the Jags. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and goal at the 3-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Minshew sets to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, downtown.
Now Rivers. Bryant has it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They go back to Grant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They will run with Grant. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, 79! 79!
Rivers now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Cluster. Don't get nervous. 44's the mic. Mike.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. return. Here's Agnew. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Shark. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He's back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means. Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Go on.
On 4th down, Minshew. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jim. Check nickel.
Keep it skinny.
Here is Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You never...